how many points are going to be required for those teams still in contention, 10 more games, what they will be sort of looking at needing to accomplish in those next 10 games next week to take that top spot, of course, for $100,000. Of course, you can also donate yourselves at home, geekevents.asia/PCS donate, I should say. I'm not sure if that gets posted in the chat. It would be nice if it did. It'd make it a lot easier, but that is something you can look at. Duckman 3 health, though. That's not the start that Made in Thailand fans would like to see. And I don't think he gets out of this one. Savit, of course, with the Scar out versus the pistol. And, well, that's the first player eliminated for the final game of the night. Duckman's going to go and have an early shower.
It's very interesting. He's actually gone straight into like the crater, basically, instead of looting with the rest of his team. Maybe not expecting QC to be dropping there. I'm not sure, but fairly true. Oh, what's going on here? Creatori. Oh, they're going to be losing IQ 500. God, Meow. I think he got an SKS in the end there, and it might have been a MAC 10 for IQ 500. Doesn't really matter either way. Couldn't get the gun out in time. What a messy, messy start. Well, and we're potentially ending up towards La Cob if we get another sort of semi-northern shift here. So a lot of these teams are going to be feeling like we might just be replaying round number 4 from tonight.
Gelman and Gems are definitely the front men for QC 4 Horsemen. Gems, wow, he's going to punish Nikki. And Gelman, or one of them, Jay is someone from QC 4 Horsemen is going to finish off Nikki. Turtle, Levi's are going to just turn back, see if they can block a few shots, maybe go for the save, but too little too late. Jay has had the superior angle. He gets the finishing kill. 2 now early on for QC, of course, thanks to Zavit getting dust. Not everyone can have an amazing event go their way. Golden Cat, spot Archangel Predator going on by. Maximus will get Poochils, who we were looking at before for Golden Cat. They're on the board. 2 minutes until phase number 2. Tonke, very ambitious shots towards Magdog, and they'll get away. Feels like the bait walking into the spider's lair.
I think it was 4.
That was more like Spray Tony. It will get the elimination onto Castell. DIC have been a very impressive team tonight. They'll be thereabouts going into next week in terms of being a team that Victim from the Future have got the crater, or at least one side of it. And QC4 Horsemen have got the other side. Venotica, headshot onto Fergus. He's got more in his sights with MBK. MBK gets away. Well, that will at least be a confirmed kill onto Fergus for Vanotica. Deservedly as well, but MBK does get away.
Yeah, touching on that 3-1 split that you talked about for Atletico, they actually still have yet to rotate. So certainly not going early, but at least that is the benefit of the 3-1 split, is that they do have somewhere to rotate to if they want to. However, Linksy at the bottom of a hill, right below Golden Cat. I'm not sure it's too ideal for Atletico there either way. 1405, trying to get past this one safely, and will for now, although the vehicle is very low indeed. He has joined Reality, luckily, who's able to get inside of the building as he goes down. But there might be actually a bit of a push here by Buriram as they finish off these kills, and they know it's a 2-on-4. 1-on-4.
They're like sharks have been attracted to the blood in the water. Creatory Esports. Unfortunately, 10 games, 10 points, and that's not really the way you want the scoring to go for your favor. Minute 15 till phase 4. I do definitely wish those odd day for some of these teams. If you're Atletico and the teams down south like Golden Cat, DIC, you cannot really take too many of these fights for too long. Fury, well, they only had 1 player for this sort of circle in the last game. Now they got 4. I guess that's an improvement. You got to be happy there. Flood does spot Tino. This is what I was talking about. You can't take these fights for too long, though. 15 seconds, and then that blue zone's going to start moving once again. So Atletico have to make a decision. Do you take the fight here with GC now, or do you push forward? Maybe try and push in front of them so that when GC do get to that position, you are already in the better spot. Linksy's up close. He's maybe going to be the one that could at least buy some time, put some pressure onto GC, and force them to stay closer to the blue. Standing still, 6 sacks. That's not it. Oh my days. Makes it as easy as you like for Linksy. Can he find Tino? Lands 1 tag, not anymore though. That's at least something for Atletico, because now that forces Tino over for the revive. GC on the back foot.
I think you probably just want to take this opportunity as Atletico to either get aggressive or just move out of here while GC can't really be firing back. It looks like for the moment, Flood on this little flank, Atletico might be eager to take a fight. Tonkay's headed down in towards Flood's direction. That's an interesting rotation from him, but he is sending it. He is out of here. Not sure where the rest of GC is expecting this to be, but Flood is going to get himself an easy pick onto Tonkay just as the blue arrives onto him. So that's a good start there for Atletico, but Flood is now in a spot of bother. At least there's a bike for him available if need be nearby. Ferox into an engagement with Buriram, and finally something goes their way. They get themselves a kill onto Edie. The rest of Buriram are heading in here as well. What is going on? Oh my god, that vehicle is nearly going to run them over, but they seem to be falling to Ferox before anything gets too exciting either way. Kozzy and Grumps holding down the fort. It's a 2-2 split here for Ferox, and they've done it well. Godmeow, the last alive. Kozzy might have just spotted him there. If he hasn't, he's given away his position with the door, and Kozzy will finish it off. Buriram out in 15th. What a crazy rotation from Buriram.
Sums it up perfectly. Over to Fury now versus Made in Thailand. Jukes, he finds one onto Escalusia, but he's going to go immediately down to Minoru. Speaking of Minoru, the last one alive for Made in Thailand. Fury have done well thanks to Waikika, Mukau, and Co. Cleaning up the rest. Insight, though, he was the last one in the last game. He at least doesn't get flushed. Not yet. Waikika Mukau throws out the smokes desperately. Better to have two rather than one. Fury have at least made it into this next circle. That same thing cannot be said for a team like Atletico. Still down south. Ferox getting pushed on again.
Oh, man.
But Nikus and Grumps will be able to stop Tony in 7-4L1. Now they've only got to deal with two. Ferox turning it around here in the final game of the night.
Man, this is a sick 2-2 split. These boys are helping each other out. Crazy work from them. JJ does manage to get the kill in the end there onto Grump, so it's not without loss for Ferox, but quite frankly, they've been fed a lot of points, a lot of kills that they'll be really happy to see that they can pick on up. Now we see the circle shift back right over again on top of La Cobb. And it's, pretty much the same when we really think about it. It's very, very similar to what we saw in game number 4. The mountains are still in, La Cobb's still in, that sort of school-looking building's kind of still in. A little bit further over to the west, as now things might start to come unstuck for Ferox. Nikus is down, Sweet Soul will be finished off, and what was a good start to the game has very quickly been ripped away here by Phoenix Gaming. It's just Kozzy left alive for Ferox.
I can see on the map, along
They
with
might breach him.
Insight. Well, they're going to go straight past, maybe just send it basically to Insight's earlier position in the last game in La Cobb, play around that wall edge. It worked for them last time. They'll pull up short, Kalbs on the edge here. Still 4 up for Archangel. Gems has got the high ground for QC 4 Horsemen. The rest of them do. They're on top of your crater. So it's going to be knocked down. Extreme is the last one up. Never mind. And Atletico, well, their night comes to an end. An unsavory night for Atletico. Disappointing. Fury still in. So is Ferox down south. Entry frag at close. Maybe not as good as their first night, but their second night hasn't been bad by any stretch. I think they've actually been okay. You're not going to play at the super, super high end every single game, every single moment. Highsaki is going to be Baisaki in a minute because Insight's parkoured up.
It's
nice
unbelievable.
Vantage point. This is basically the same circle now from the last game at phase 6. Same point, same circle, but not the same game. 10 teams QC feel like, because I don't think QC know that there's still 2 players from Victim from the Future behind them in Entry Frag and RDK. So they probably feel like, okay, we had the mountain, we have this crate, we have the crater. Oh, and now there have been the snakes in the grass that have popped up. RDK gets the knockdown onto Gems. JS is already going to be taken out. As soon as they sent 2 down below, thinking that they could play 2 up, 2 down, now they lose the 2 on the up. Now they've lost that pressure above. Jowman and Svit from below have got a lot of work to do here. And for Archangel Predator, though, that was amazing. That was perfect. Now they don't have to worry about a team necessarily above them, besides obviously RDK and Entry Fragger. But I mean, 2 players versus 4, not so bad. This is better for a lot of these teams that are at the center of this circle. Obviously, except for QC.
Just look at they've just been running everywhere. I'd really love to see the the distance traveled stat for this game for these guys, because they have just been running around looking for a position, but they just can't seem to settle on somewhere that they're happy with which is kind of fair because, you know, there isn't really anywhere ideal for them to go.
4 teams are on the south side, and while it just centralizes even more, it does mean that Archangel Predator will have to push in, along with, of course, those 2 players down the south on the top of Crater. And while speaking of pushing in, Dr. Logi, Hungbo Ditch, straight into Jalman. You've just fed them 2 kills, spoon-fed them. Easy. You still had Greeny and Kush alive. Phoenix Gaming just threw a 4-man advantage. They were the only team with 4 players alive. Now they're down to 2.
Look at Waikikamuki, that there's 2 players there. They're going to try and potentially send it in onto QC, but this is a rough rotate. Surely not going to work out. They've stopped. They've stuck. They've hit a tree. And, well, poor Oladi K, he only has a tree. He's gone sliding down the hill. I don't know what I'm watching anymore. Somehow he's still alive. How in God's name that is the case is beyond me. Oh my God, he's even dodged the grenade. How's this guy still alive?
The hell is he still alive? At one point, I thought he almost fell through the floor, to be honest. Turtle, the knockdown on the Vanatika, back over to Lycob here. Divine Esports, a little bit lackluster of Miramar tonight compared to their first night. Turtle now knocked down as well from Flash, who gets a double kill. Or it's soon to be, potentially even a triple. If he can get Levi's, he'll confirm them all, never mind. Levi's saves the day. The double knock from Flash, not confirmed. And Levi's has enough time, and considering they're actually inside of the circle, should be able to actually get the revive. Mad Dog above Archangel Predator, above Jalman. Jalman is an angry man, though. Kush, third party. Mad Dog doesn't know where it's from. Nade thrown in towards QC. I imagine it'll get Spit, but I don't think... Oh, never mind. I do think this second one from Killer will get Jalman as well. And when you play in that bowl position, Jordan, this tends to be the case, what happens towards the end.
Yeah, that bowl really is a death sentence, isn't it? Archangel Predator not really wary of their back right now, not aware of Fury, and that is going to be to their detriment. Insight does pick up Killer, gets the point for that. It was... seems to be kind to them again today.
Well, now is the time to make some noise for your favorite team still left alive here. The PCS Charity Showdown APAC edition. Divine Esports, Division X, Archangel Predator. I've just realized there's actually no Thailand teams left in this game. But the Aussies still 2 in. Waikikamuki with insight. It's the Vietnam show, though, at the moment. Waikikamuki, a couple of shots into Greedy. The last one actually registered and he got the knockdown, but immediately finished off from Levi's, who was third partying at the very, very right time. He got that final bullet, the one that mattered more than anything. Insight knocked down.
Yeah, they're in the smoke. They're getting the res. Insight being the hero from the last game. Can it be Waikikamuki this time? And Kush, well, he's in a pretty bad spot here, isn't he? He's going to have to move. Does have the smoke available to him, but there's only one tiny little thimble of cover, and that's that tree, which isn't going to work out. Waikikamuki with a different angle is going to pick that one up. So it's 3 teams that are up in that northern town in the Lacob, or 2 rather, AAP, of course, down south as well. Division X getting into an engagement here with Divine.
Oh, Levi's, 2 health. Are you serious for Divine? Never mind, still goes down anyway. Division X were all over that. Divine, unfortunately, couldn't really push out onto the road. Fury had their measure, so did Archangel Predator. I don't know where Division X are going to be going here. You can't go anywhere. That's
There's nowhere to go.
So
They're going to try and run out into the blue, maybe, and get around? I don't know.
No, they can't.
No, there's nowhere. Rip.
I mean, they can't climb on top of each other. Long K looks up and realizes how tall this wall is. He can throw nades. I guess he can throw smokes. They can impact this remaining battle between Fury Australia and Archangel Predator. There's nothing else that they can do. Long K, Rip. MBK, good night, guys. It was a good game from Division X Gaming in the end, though. They cannot take any more part in this one. 2 versus 2. The team from the Philippines or the team from Australia. Waikikamuki and Insight in front of it. Not by much, but the Molotov from CJ kind of suggests they're not exactly sure where Fury Australia is. So they don't have the information. There were some shots put out. Insight's at about half health. Mad Dog might now have that information. The nades, the concussion grenades, everything's being thrown out.
Dude,
its final
how many
pushes.
nades?
How many is the real question, but there's none left for Mad Dog. The smoke is about to dissipate. CJ with the angle on the right side, knocked down on the Waikikamuki. 1 versus 2 left for Insight. He can't get it done. CJ 18. He was